Welcome to the AJ Manufacturing training video on replacing the fixed panel glass on the Main Street window. To replace your glass, you're going to need a few tools, such as safety glasses, gloves, a rubber mallet, a 3/8 inch chisel, somewhat dull is better, a flexible thin putty knife, clear silicone, a utility knife, and the 1/16 inch glazing tape that was sent with your glass. The first step of this process will happen from the inside of the building. First, remove the operating sash and the screen. This will allow you more accessibility when you're replacing the glass. Next, you will cut the sealant between the glass and the frame using your thin, flexible putty knife. By sliding the putty knife between the frame and the glass and sliding it along, you'll be cutting the glazing tape that's holding the glass in place. This will allow for the glass to come out once you removed your glazing beads. Be sure to get the corners really well. Sometimes your putty knife will not get all the way up into the corner. On the outside of the window, you will find there's 4 glazing beads holding the glass in place. These are the pieces of vinyl that are closest to the glass all the way around the perimeter. To remove the glazing beads, you will need to use your rubber mallet to pound your putty knife into the seam between the glazing bead and the frame. Once your putty knife is in approximately 1/2 inch, you should be able to pry out the end. You can carefully remove that glazing bead then. Be careful not to bend or break your glazing beads during removal. Putting a slight angle on the putty knife toward the frame of the window will help you get the putty knife to slide into that seam. Be careful when you remove the last glazing bead. The glass should be loose in the window now. If you press from the inside, the glass will come right out. Your glass is out. Check the bottom of the glass to see if any setting blocks were stuck to it. Take those rubber setting blocks and be sure to put them back onto the frame. These are what the glass sit on top of. Now that your glass is removed, you will take your 3/8 inch chisel and clean the glazing tape from the frame. Try to get as much of it as you can. It doesn't have to be completely clean, just all the rough, higher points need to be taken off. Get it so it's clean all the way around the full perimeter. Next, you'll need your utility knife and the glazing tape that was sent with your glass. You're going to put glazing tape on all 4 sides, full perimeter of the window. Try to keep the glazing tape as close to the edge as possible without overlapping the edge. Horizontals first, then verticals between the pieces. Now that your glazing tape is on the full perimeter of the opening, you will need to remove the blue backer off the glazing tape. Using your utility knife, you can pry up one corner of that backer to make it easier to peel it back. It should just easily come off. Take it off on all four sides. You will now put a dab of silicone in the seams of the glazing tape at the top, a small dab in each corner to fill the void. Along the bottom, you will want to put silicone on all of the glazing tape across the bottom and up about 2 inches. This will allow you time to center your glass before it sticks to the glazing tape. You are now ready to install your new glass. Take your glass and set it on top of the rubber setting blocks on the bottom of the frame. Be sure you get your glass centered in place before you push it in the rest of the way. Reinstall your glazing beads in the reverse order that they came out. Last one first, first one last. They go right back into the groove on the side of the glass, and tap the glazing beads in with your rubber mallet. It does not take a very hard hit to get these to snap in. Now that your glass is fully installed, go back to the inside of the building and then reinstall your screen and your operating sash. Your glass replacement project is now complete.